counsel for the state posing with a woman who poses on HLN as one of Dr. Drew's jurors. I believe her name is Miss Witt. There has been video online of Mr. Martinez outside the courtroom signing autographs and posing for pictures. I do not have that video to provide the court today. I will do so next week. That was found in the Arizona Republic. I believe that this misconduct may very well have been seen by jurors. I didn't have any evidence to that effect until last night when Ms. Casarez, working for HLN, went on and said that she observed a juror seeing Mr. Martinez's fan club and whatever you want to call it. In that regard, I'm asking this court, because she is present in the courtroom today, that Ms. Casarez be called forward to give testimony as to what she observed and which juror she saw watching these events.
Mr. Martinez.
What happens outside the courtroom is not misconduct. Defense counsel may not like the fact that people have come up to the prosecutor and asked him whatever it is that they asked him and whether or not they wanted to have a photograph with him. That is not misconduct. If defense counsel believes that there was a juror that was there that saw it, even if that were the case, that still would not be prosecutorial misconduct because this happened outside. The remedy in this case is to identify the juror, whoever that may be, to see if in fact that is true, because as we know, sometimes facts are not quite what they seem or are the way they are reported, and once we ascertain what that issue is, the course is to then ask the jurors whether or not they actually saw it, and whatever it is that they saw, whether or not that would affect their ability to be fair and impartial. To characterize something that happens outside of court, such as taking a photograph, is not misconduct. But I have no objection to calling a witness and asking whatever questions might be relevant to defendant.
Misconduct, certainly, Your Honor, and the rules tell us that misconduct is certainly not limited to the courtroom. Lawyers cannot go out and give extrajudicial statements. I can't go out and hold a press conference. And what Mr. Martinez did outside is really akin to that. We have a person who I believe is a lawyer, is an officer of the court. I don't believe this is First Amendment privilege, who observed these things, and certainly there might be jurors who might not want to be so forthcoming. So I believe that the best course of action is to hold this evidentiary hearing. I will submit the video at issue next week and call Ms. Casarez for her observations. And then once we do that, because we have clear evidence that this took outside the courthouse, regardless of what she has to say, that we speak with each one of the jurors individually to see if they observed anything, because there could have been more jurors than what was observed. Having seen the picture, it's obvious that it's right in front of the courthouse. Having seen the video, it was obviously at least a few minutes. There were several individuals interviewed about how great he is and that sort of thing. So it's entirely possible that more than one juror saw this. I don't know how many days, a week this goes on, because I'm not privy to that. But the misconduct does not end at the courthouse walls, and like I say, I believe an evidentiary hearing is warranted with Ms. Casarez as a witness.
Ms. Casarez, are you present in the courtroom? Please come forward. Good morning.
Good morning.
You had an opportunity to hear Mr. Nurmi. He would like an opportunity to question you under oath regarding what you observed. Are you comfortable proceeding with that at this time?
Yes, I am.
All right, please come forward. Right up here. Right up here.
You do solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Please walk right around here and have a seat. Mr. Nurmi?
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Ms. Casarez, am I saying it right?
Jean Casarez,
Okay,
yes.
thank you, Ms. Casarez. For whom are you employed?
I am an attorney, and I'm a legal correspondent for Turner Broadcasting, which is in session, and I do work on HLN and CNN.
Okay. And as part of your duties for HLN and CNN as a correspondent, have you been covering the proceedings against Ms. Arias?
Yes, I have.
And when did you begin your work on this case? In terms of the trial, I should say.
I came here, I think, 2 weeks after the trial started, 1 or 2 weeks.
Okay. And have you been here on a daily basis or near daily basis?
Daily basis.
Okay. As part of your commentary then on these networks, I suspect it is your desire to be as truthful and forthcoming as possible. Is that accurate?
Of course.
Okay. And as it relates to your observations during the trial, you've also been paying attention to the jurors, correct?
I look at them, yes.
Okay. You recognize them?
Not all of them, but the ones that I can see.
Okay. And as a matter of fact, you are one of the reporters that uses the vans or mobile, I'm sure you have a name for them, the mobile studios? Okay.
Yes.
And you're involved in that. That's about a block from the courthouse, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. How do you gain access and egress to the courthouse?
Through the front door.
Okay, you go through the main door that everybody else does. Okay. Now, in your true and accurate reporting that you did, you were on either HLN or CNN or perhaps others I didn't see last night, correct?
Yes, with the time difference, it might be the afternoon here, but yes, I'm on a lot of shows.
Okay. And in one of those reports, you reported that you made observations of a juror seeing Mr. Martinez outside the courtroom, right?
I did not. If I could explain, I will tell you the question posed to me and my answer that I gave.
Okay.
They were doing a segment on Mr. Martinez and the public wanting to shake his hand, wanting autographs, wanting pictures. And so I was asked, as a correspondent and as an attorney, I believe, my thoughts on that. And I said that I see the video, and I said I have seen a juror just sitting outside the front door of the courthouse. I've seen him walk through the front doors. To me, jurors are sacred, but I can look because I have eyes.
Fair enough.
And I said my concern would be if a juror would see that. That would be my concern.
And based on you're telling us that you didn't observe any jurors seeing that?
No, but I have seen at least one juror outside, and I saw the video. I did not witness the video of Mr. Martinez with my own eyes, but I just said that because many people were saying it was great and it was wonderful, and my thought was, legally speaking, my concern would be if a juror would see that.
Okay. Approach.
You may.
Mr. Soros, I want to show you what's been marked for the purposes of this hearing as exhibit number 1. Do you recognize the woman in exhibit number 1 with Mr. Martinez?
Yes, I do. I don't know her. I recognize her.
Okay. She works for your network, doesn't she?
I don't believe so, but that's not my job to know who works for the network and who doesn't.
Okay. And in the photograph, do you see Mr. Martinez and this young lady?
Yes.
Okay. These instances of Mr. Martinez and the people desiring to shake his hand or what have you, is that something you saw once or more than once?
I never saw it personally.
You never saw it
I
personally?
saw a video on the air. I never personally saw it.
Okay. So what you saw was what was online, what was posted online? Is that what you
On HLN, when they were doing a segment and they showed some video and then asked me a question.
Okay. So you were commenting on the video, not your personal observations?
Correct.
Okay. That's all the questions I have.
In terms of the prosecutor walking out in front, through the front doors, what we call the north doors, how many times have you seen him walk out the front doors?
Prosecutors never. I've never seen him walk out the front doors.
And other than this one indication that he may have walked out of the doors one time and people came up to him, is there any other video that you are aware of where the prosecutor may have walked out of those doors?
No, I don't keep track of video.
I don't have anything else. Thank you.
Any redirect?
You just said you don't keep track of video.
Well, that's not my job.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm not attacking you for that. I'm just wondering, apart from the video that you were shown, you said you were shown a video and then you commentate on it yesterday. Have you seen any other videos of this taking place?
Not that I can remember, no.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You may step down. Counsel approach, please. Let's bring in the jury. Ms. LaViolette, please come forward and take a seat on the stand.